I'm very excited to be interviewing Ishani Singh, the founder of the global nonprofit Girls Rule AI. This organization empowers girls from around the world in AI and computer science and has reached over 300 students from 6 countries. The organization was also recently featured on ABC News. Hi, Ishani, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Ishani. I'm originally from New Jersey, but now I'm a freshman at Yale University studying either computer science or computing and linguistics. I started Girls with AI in 2021, and I'm the founder and executive director.
That's nice. So, in previous interviews, you mentioned that you were the only girl at a computer science competition. What was that experience like, and how did it inspire you to start Girls Rule AI?
Yeah, that experience was a very big eye opener for me because I knew that I was already going to a STEM high school where there weren't that many girls. But once I did my first research project in high school and presented it at a science fair in the CS category specifically, I noticed that there were very, very few girls. I was often like one of the only girls there. And that just made me feel very sad because I realized girls might not be comfortable learning the foundations of AI or like CS because of the gender imbalance in the field. And it's very hard to get started if you feel that you're alone and you don't have a community to sort of back you. So, and I know that if I had the community when I started learning about AI, it would have been very, very nice for me. So I kind of wanted to do this to create a community where we could all work together. So that's how it inspired me to sort of start Girls with AI. And I've seen the difference in the students that I teach. So people like Rohini or like my past students are coming back to work with me and are doing, some people want to do like their own sessions in their own community and stuff like that. So I see the impact that Girls with AI has on my students. And once they have this community and they start learning the information, they themselves feel inspired. And now I hope to see more representation in not only the science fairs, but just in the workforce in general.
Yeah, that's really inspiring. So, I know at Girls Rule AI, you don't just teach coding, you also focus on AI bias and ethics. So, why is it important for you to include that part, and how do you balance both in your program?
Yeah, so I think a lot of people, when they think like CS or AI, they just think about the coding or the technical aspects, which is very important. But the fact of the matter is like actual humans are going to be using the tools that you're creating. So you have to think about the ethical implications of what the like AI models that you're training and whatever tools that you're creating. So it's important to learn about bias and ethics to know that if you don't train your model well enough, the model might have this bias, and it's important to combat it as much as possible throughout the training process. And also, it's important to be able to notice bias in the world and with whatever like AI model that you use as soon as it comes up. So it shouldn't be something that you miss, because then the more and more you use these models, you might get that inherent bias as you use the models more and more without yourself thinking about it. So it's important to just be on the lookout for it, and if you see it, just take note of it, and then try to tell someone and like make that issue come to light so it can be changed, because it's the AI's moving at such a fast pace that like not many people can like comprehend it. So it's important that we sort of slow down and take a step back to see the ethical implications of how they're changing the world. And I also think it's important to have some like in the future a lot of regulations on how these models are being trained and the data that they're using, and also like the data consumption and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's really interesting. Like, I can see how like Girls Rule AI curriculum is like really helping like girls like
Mhm.
in the real world as well. So, Girls Rule AI has reached hundreds of students globally. How are you able to grow your organization quickly and reach students from around the world?
Yeah, so my first couple of classes were smaller, which was nice because I it was like my first time to start teaching, so it was nice for me to just have a smaller group to deal with, and they were very, very great students, very, very motivated, very curious. So I loved working with them. I think my like big first breakthrough was when I posted on this Facebook group of high school parents because I realized that like the platforms or the groups I was posting on was not catering specifically towards the people I wanted to reach. So I know that like high school parents want to have a lot of programs for their kids so they can sort of do these different things and maybe find out what they want to do in college. So, and this group had like 80,000 members. So, and because the classes were free, they allowed us to post about Girls with AI. So after that, post the next session, I think I had around 60, 70 students. So that was like sort of the big break into a big break for Girls with AI. Another thing was I started posting on Instagram, and Instagram is like it's a lot of young people use the app. So I was sending like young girls, the information directly. So that was really nice and really important because um, now we can see like results coming faster. So I think the important thing is to just, even if you start small, it's like it's okay. It's not that like I was sad and then like, oh, I don't have a lot of students. I think it's important to just have like some baby steps, and once you get your footing, you can try going into more posting more on like different social media platforms. And then another thing obviously was the interviews that I was doing. So definitely try to reach out. I first reached out to a local newspaper, and they did an article on me, and then that just spiraled into just a bunch of other opportunities like podcasts and ABC News and NJ Spotlight News. So these are all incredible opportunities. I didn't actually believe I would do any of them. So I think just do it. These like two things, just like reaching out to a local newspaper and then posting on that Facebook group, like that'll just spiral into other things because other people will get to know you through these like news outlets. So
Yeah. So, as you start your first year of college, how do you plan to balance your academics, research, and running Girls Rule AI?
yeah, I think a lot of people ask me how I balance all the stuff that I do, and I think it's important to just like know my limits of what I can do. So sometimes I know like if school is getting pretty rough, like it's midterm season, final season, I'm not going to do a girls' AI session at that time. So I know when I need to focus on something else. But then, like maybe if it's over a break or something, I will definitely do a girls' AI session around that time. So, and then definitely with like extracurriculars here, um, at Yale or even like back like in high school, right? Um, I know it's important to sort of try a lot of new things, but like in the end, you obviously can't do everything. So choose the things that you really, really enjoy doing. Definitely like in the beginning, try to branch out, just see a lot of different things, but obviously you can't do everything. So I think it's important just to be able to know our limits and also try to like not burn ourselves out and don't do something that you genuinely don't like. The great thing about this is that I love all the things that I'm doing. So even if it gets hard, it's not that bad because it's not like I hate the entire process. It is a lot of fun for me. So I think just enjoying the journey and all the things that I'm learning through my academics, my extracurriculars, and definitely all the amount of how much I've grown through Girls AI has just makes me very, very grateful. So yeah.
So, where do you see Girls Rule AI like going in the future, and what's your vision for the next few years?
Yeah, so I definitely wanted to um, more sessions in the future and have past students become TAs and instructors for future sessions. I want to do more local sessions in sort of my community and also like in other communities as well. We started doing things at local libraries where maybe like instructors can go in person or just teach virtually as well. I also want to add more material into my courses. So now we have, right now we have a basic session which teaches very foundational things like regression and neural networks, and then we have an advanced course that teaches a lot of natural language processing. So transformers, machine translation, text generation like ChatGPT, etc. So maybe just add like more information in case people want to um, learn something else, maybe like computer vision or something like that. Maybe add some like resources online for girls, for our girls to use in case they want to do any projects. A big thing is I just want to shed more light on the gender imbalance that exists in the field, and I love doing different collaborations with or other organizations, hosting speaker events and stuff like that. So I definitely just want to get more people involved in the community and yeah, and see where it goes. So
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
thank you so much for having me.